Hello everyone. Today's short and lazy video is about how to fix your GMC ACADIA having messages like this: traction control off, service traction control, and service Stabilitrak. So before I turned on the camera, I removed the wheel, brake caliper assembly. It's just sitting there because I don't want it to hang on the hose to prevent any damage to the brake hose. I undid the sensor, the axle nut. So I took it to an auto parts store where they do a free scan of the OBD2 system, and they pointed out at my rear right wheel to be the problem. Okay, so what we have here is the actual wheel speed sensor that senses a magnetic strip on the ring of the wheel bearing assembly. And when you look at that magnetic strip, in my case, it looks a little bit too shiny at spots. Oh, like that, you can see a little bit. So that magnetic strip is stripped. And now I'm removing the 3 bolts. 1, 2 over there, and 3 over there, that hold the bearing hub to the bracket.
That thing did not want to come out without a fight, and each bolt was really hard to turn all the way down to the last thread.
After all the bolts removed, now to say that this is my favorite part is going to be an understatement. So this hub assembly has to be pulled out of the bracket, and it just never wants to come out. So what I'm going to do is probably the easiest way I find that works. So just brace your belts and check out what I'm going to do.
One of the studs need to be removed.
So for this, you're going to need a long bolt. In my case, I have this adjustable leg for some machine or something, but any long enough bolt will do. But of course, it's going to have to be big enough also. Not too big to fit in a hole, but not too small so it couldn't apply enough force. So what we do is rather unconventional. We're gonna fit the nut through this hole and bolt it down. So it reaches the point where bolt starts pushing against the bracket.
I had to rotate the flange and place bolt in different spots around the circle to ensure a uniform ejection of the hub.
So yeah, after a little bit of playing back and forth, the hub comes out without any big issues. So yeah, I recommend this method of getting the wheel bearing hubs out. Okay. So this is what I had. The magnetic strip is missing in a whole section of the circle. And what does have the magnetic strip, it's all dusty, build up of dirt. I guess these are rust particles, some iron, dust, etc. And this is what new one looks like. Check out what I have. This is a magnetic film that shows the magnetic pattern. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you definitely can see it. All right. So the sensor also shows signs of wear, where all that magnetic dust was rubbing against the sensor. So I'm probably going to just replace it as well.
I applied Loctite on the bolts and a little bit of grease on all the mating surfaces. And right about now I start realizing that something is going wrong.
One little issue I encountered was that the part that I received didn't fit in place, because for some reason my car using a different model year part on it than what's advertised. So mine is 2017, but the 2017 hub doesn't fit on it. So like the original one is 122 millimeter between bolts on circle, and this new one is 120 millimeters. That's messed up. So I had to run to a store and get me 2016 hub. That should work now. That should work. We'll see now. Great, all bolts are started. Right now is just to tighten them up. A few minutes later, I got everything installed. Everything fit and looks good. Ready for the wheel to go on and the test drive. Okay, we're back in the car, and I'm gonna see for the first time what you're gonna see right now on the camera. So as I start the vehicle, I think it's still gonna show traction control off and all that fault until we start driving. Okay, I buckled up and ready for the test drive. So far so good. Oh, traction control on. There you go. And that's it. It cleared itself. So if you liked the video, consider liking, subscribing, sharing, all the good stuff. See you.